Greetings, gamers. It is I, Frost Gamer, coming to you back for Death Battle Reactions. Today's Wednesday, hey of the week, and you know what that means? A new Death Battle. This one is a battle of powerful world benders. There's the Avatar are Aang, an airbender of young age and great power, versus Edward or Eric, the Full Metal Alchemist, and Traveler of the World. Both these fighters have their own unique style, host and use of combat. Aang's natural four-element bending, and Eric's special alchemy. To create change in structures and all. Both fighters are extremely powerful in their own right. But this will be the first time they fight each other to the death. Now, I'll admit, this is a unique pairing. At first I thought Edward would be out of class. But then, and again, it's been a long while since I've seen Full Metal Alchemist. I'll admit, I'm a little rusty on some details. One part that'll still haunt me forever is the Third War. Seriously, what the heck is wrong with that dude? Never mind that part for now. Hopefully it doesn't come up here. Here. Edward has a special ability that allows him to create things without an alchemy circle. And in case nobody knows what that means, I think there's a special circle that makes alchemy possible, and Edward does it without one. So that's very rare and powerful. Well, apparently. And Edward's done some crazy stuff with it. He even created a tree. He wants. So I can imagine that put Aang at a disadvantage, at least on a few of the elements that he uses. However, Aang still got some strong abilities himself. Do not forget, he's one of the few more creative airbenders. Creating a new airbending art at a young age, not to mention, and using some unique styles also his element bending. Well, I'm pretty sure he doesn't use a bending styles like blood bending and metal bending. Aang is still pretty powerful. For a young kid. So, Aang, he took down the Fire Lord, or when he was powered up by a special fire comet. A feat with the Avatar stage that's extremely powerful. Granted, he's probably been boosted up too, but he's still using the other elements. Heck, he can even stop benders. So I'm pretty sure that might not come in to stop alchemy, but only one way to find out. And that's please give.
Have you heard of hymns? They're all about making you look and feel good.
.com
Played it. Another
RHI.com.
You can look at that commercial if you want.
The elements make up every aspect of the world we live in, and no average person can tame them.
But somehow these kids can master them with a vengeance.
Like Aang, the Avatar.
And Edward Elric, the Full Metal Alchemist. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, it's a spike battle.
water, earth, fire, air.
Heart!
Once the four nations lived in harmony, and some of their
very
citizens
funny.
could even learn to bend their nation's element. But only the Avatar could master all four, and it's their duty to protect the balance between these nations.
And since there's always gotta be an Avatar around, a new one is born whenever the last one dies.
But everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Attempting to conquer the other three nations, the Avatar would inevitably be their greatest obstacle.
Man, they'd even go after a kid?
Living among the air nomads, Aang was an energetic and dutiful 12 years old when he learned of his destiny. He was the newest incarnation of the Avatar.
But he totally wussed out, ran away from home, and got frozen in ice for
Yeah,
100
that's
years. What the hell? That's not what I'd do if I found out I was an awesome elemental badass. I'd definitely find a way to make money off that.
Boomstick.
Maybe not the money
12.
part. Yeah.
But running away actually saved his life, as the Fire Nation knew the next
And I
Avatar would
watched
be an
him.
air nomad,
Yes.
and slaughtered them all in a horrific surprise attack.
But the poor kid wouldn't be stuck in ice forever. He was eventually rescued by some new friends and began his quest to learn the other elements
friends
and
and-
save the world. And as an air nomad, he can really bend the wind to his will.
He can use air bending to create whirlwinds and tornadoes or slice through solid stone.
And he can fly. Whee!
Gliding,
Well, it's
actually.
not exactly flying, Boomstick. What he actually does is manipulate the air currents to keep aloft. That's why he carries a glider, complete with snacks.
Oh, well, I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Whatever. If it looks like a duck and sounds like a duck, it's a duck. Or I guess flying avatar guy.
But ducks actually can fly. Anyway, Aang can use air in pretty much
Let's
every
say
aspect
it's-
of his life. Like for shields, increasing his speed, improving agility, adjusting his body temperature, and even focusing his breath to use as an attack.
After he learned waterbending from Paku and Katara, Aang can make whips, knives, and literal tsunamis. Hey, I can do that too. Just give me a pool and watch this cannonball fly. Does that mean I'm a waterbender?
Sure. Waterbenders can also manipulate steam and ice.
Just like how I, the great waterbender Boomstick the West,
Oh.
use my powers to swim through this frozen block.
You what?
Yeah, waterbending 101. You can be jealous.
Oh wow, I'm just
Boomstick's
bursting
gonna hurt
with envy.
yourself.
Bending powers!
Boomstick, you're gonna hurt yourself.
activate! Ha! Success!
Like airbending, waterbending requires a nearby source of water to use, like a pond or a filled bottle. The same goes for earthbending, which Aang learned from his mentor Toph.
Earthbending is all about
Toph may
throwing
be
rocks
blind,
at
but,
people and a
she
bunch
was
of
a
other
master.
cool stuff, like making walls and earthquakes and causing the ground to swallow you up, which is kind of creepy, actually.
Last but certainly not least, Aang learned the art of firebending from his longtime rival, Prince Zuko. Unlike the other
Ironically,
ones,
this guy
firebenders
was
can
trying
actually
to
create
capture the
fire
guy.
to use at will.
Now he's self.
Firebending is so goddamn powerful. It's even got the deadliest bending technique of all, shooting lightning.
Hey, ironic.
Well, only the most advanced firebenders can cast lightning, which is usually an instant kill move. While Aang never learned the move itself, he has learned how to redirect it through his body.
But even after learning the four elements, Aang got to meet one last master bender.
Who taught him the art of manipulating a person's life energy, the purest form of bending.
It's super dangerous though, and one mistake could tear up Aang's soul.
And with it, Aang
Dang.
defeated the Fire Lord and brought peace to the world at large.
Well, with that and with his super form, the Avatar State.
In the Avatar state, Aang's bending abilities grow immensely
Oh yeah, that is
powerful.
definitely the
This
most
is
powerful.
because the Avatar
state
state
Avatar
lets
can get.
Aang draw upon the power and wisdom of all previous Avatar incarnations. Though it is extremely risky, as dying while in the Avatar state ends the cycle of reincarnation permanently.
Why would he care if he's dead anyway? Whatever. The coolest thing about the Avatar State is it makes you glow like this. Behold!
How's he doing that?
How are you doing that?
Oh, I drank a bunch of glow sticks.
You need to go to the doctor. Like
Yes.
right now.
Listen to
My
it.
liver's processed way worse than this.
Well, with or without.
Okay. Cool card game. Bad time. That'll be for another time. Okay, where were we?
Well, with or without the Avatar state, Aang is plenty powerful. He has the ability to move gigantic stone columns and even carve canyons around an entire city.
Not only has he survived hits from earthbending
Living in a
kings
city?
and massive explosions, he threw this gigantic column of rock at the Fire Lord.
To get the column's mass, we compared Aang's height against it and determined it must weigh.
Yeah, I think the city be
9,500
more,
tons.
Aang's
impressive.
super fast too. With airbending, he can run on water.
Which, given his size, requires a movement speed of well over 67 miles per hour.
He used airbending to block a giant column-destroying explosive attack from the best-named character on the show, Combustion Man.
And he's proven he could redirect lightning from the Fire
that's
Lord
not
himself.
really his name.
Taking into account the distance between them and how far Aang's arm had to move to catch the lightning, he would have to react at least 155 times faster than sound.
He is pretty unused to violence, though. I mean, he's a vegetarian pacifist for crying out loud. But while he may seem like just a kid, Aang still saved the world and led it into a peaceful future. To him,
He's not really a
bending
killer.
is elementary.
Then again, near was Batman.
If you want to be a bender, you have to let go of fear.
And that about found a way to get him to kill.
Alchemists of old once tried to turn lead into
Right.
gold with not great results. But in the country of Amestris, the ancient science of alchemy is actually possible by using the Earth's natural energy to reshape the molecular structure of various objects.
And by drawing a circle thingy.
A transmutation circle, which most
That's what it was
alchemists use
called.
except for the youthful prodigy, Edward Elric.
Oh, what a little badass.
Careful, Boomstick, he's a bit touchy about his size.
Yeah, he
Hey,
gets very
if I
angry.
lost my mom like he did, I'd get mad at the little stuff too. But Ed and his brother Alphonse figured they could bring her back with
Yeah, we're
alchemy.
just
So they went for it, but things went south real fast. You know how people say they'd give an arm and a
think
leg
there were
for
like two
something?
different
Well,
versions
Ed
of
literally
Fullmetal
did,
Alchemist
and
in
poor
this
Al
series.
lost his whole body. Luckily, Ed managed to stick his brother's soul in a suit of armor, but still, yikes.
This horrible experience has
Yeah,
forever marked the
that's
two
pretty
brothers.
terrible.
No one is meant to transmute the human soul, and the boys were lucky just to escape with their lives.
But he got something good out of it, like super secret
I
knowledge,
reckon, right?
including how to do alchemy without a
He
circle
lost his
thingy.
whole body
He
for
just has
crying
to
out loud.
clap instead. So, worth it?
With these new abilities, Ed and Alphonse began their
so.
quest to restore their bodies. Specifically, they sought the incredible power of a Philosopher's Stone, believing it to be their only chance. Eventually, Ed joined the military, and thanks to his amazing potential, he was named by the Fuhrer the Full Metal Alchemist.
What? Adolf Hitler?
Nah, it's just Bradley. He's okay. Until he isn't.
Spoilers! Also, since
Yeah.
they lost a couple limbs,
That guy
he got
turned
them
to a bad
replaced
guy.
with automail. Kinda like my leg.
Automail is made from incredibly durable metal, ranging from his original steel one, to a gas-powered one, to his best version consisting of a mix of aluminum and carbon. Apart from being durable metal prosthetics, Ed's Automail limbs function just like normal ones. He can even reshape his arm as a weapon.
So he can turn it into swords and saws and stuff, increase its durability by hardening its makeup, or turn it into an umbrella. Ah, truly a limb of many talents.
But at the end of the day, Ed's true talent lies not in sword fighting or umbrella holding, but the art of alchemy.
He can do all sorts of crazy things with all the elements. He can basically make anything he wants, like spears and shields.
So long as he follows the rule of equivalent exchange. Anything created with alchemy must have a source of equal value and cannot be made fundamentally different. For example, lead can be molded into a statue, but it cannot be turned into water. Other than that, there are three principles needed to use alchemy well. Comprehension,
Which means you gotta understand what the thing you're using is made of.
destruction,
Breaking stuff down.
and reconstruction.
Putting stuff back together.
Ed is only limited by the materials at hand and his imagination. At his full potential, he can do almost anything. He can purify
Makes sense.
water, create ammonium gas from ammonium nitrate, repair entire houses, and transform a gun into a trumpet.
Don't you ever try and do that with any of my guns. Anyway, Ed's also learned destruction alchemy, which does exactly what you think it does. Make a big ol' kaboom. Ed's used it to destroy stuff like automail, but it can also be used to explode people's heads.
Jesus!
So, using destruction alchemy, Ed should be able to destroy something like this on a
That's a
molecular
little
level.
brutal.
Or you could just do that.
Anyway, with all of his abilities, Ed has done some incredibly impressive things.
Not only has he blocked gunfire from a Gatling gun after it started firing, he's dodged a pistol from nearly point-blank range, and his auto-mail arm even took a bite from a lion-headed chimera. It was totally fine!
Assuming this chimera has a similar bite force to that of a real lion, that means Ed's arm stood up to a force of 1,000
I believe that was
pounds
the
per square
original
inch.
model.
He's created a gigantic cannon, and then survived that cannon exploding while he was standing on it. And then he survived being on top of a huge boulder exploding, too.
We can measure the boulder's explosion against
Okay.
Ed's size
Hey.
to get an approximate
It takes a
energy
lot of damage.
With a radius of 36 feet, this blast must have been equivalent to over 100 tons of TNT.
How's that for equivalent exchange, bitches? He also survived an explosion that took out most of a 10-story building.
Even apart from being tough, Ed has shown considerable
That is
strength when
very
using alchemy.
impressive.
Like when he created a gigantic golem to crush his opponent.
By measuring the size of the stone golem's thumb, comparing it to the size of the average human's thumb, and using that scale to estimate the size of the golem, that gives us an estimated weight of over 3,000 metric tons.
All this without any Philosopher's Stone, because it turns out those things are really, really messed up.
Right. Philosopher's Stones are extremely powerful and can be used in many different ways. Kimberly the Crimson Lotus Alchemist, for example, used one to create a massive explosion equal to 157 kilotons of TNT. However, it turns out that these stones are composed of imprisoned human souls. So Ed and Al vowed to avoid them on principle. Although Ed can boost his alchemic power in a similar manner by drawing on his own life force, increasing his potential at the cost of shortening his lifespan. But that's what Ed ultimately had to learn, what it truly means to let something go. And so he found another way to revive Al's body, sacrificing his own power for the sake of family.
Aw, what a nice guy. But all in all,
Good
so
brother.
long as Ed knows what he's trying to transmute, he's an amazing force to be reckoned with.
Now let's go home. Together.
Okay, now that's the best big bro you can get. And awesome, tough, good-hearted, and willing for danger. For the right reasons. Can you get a cooler brother than that? That probably, but Edward, you got my respects there. But yeah, the Philosopher's Stone thing is kind of messed up.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
Start.
But first, thanks to Blue Apron, I've become a food vendor.
By now, you've probably heard of Blue Apron.
Let's just skip.
Chef, making creative and delicious meals with my own hands. You guys really need to try it out.
It's pretty nice coming home knowing home without...
At blueapron.com/battle. That's blue right now.
Before you say that, Boomstick, let me just put out my own thoughts first. Okay, let me begin with Edward. Wow, I forgot how much power and feats this guy had. Oh boy, note to self, rewatch Full Metal Alchemist when you get a chance. Oh boy, a million for a long day. Edward's definitely got some power to him. Even more greater than most of those alchemy he uses is out there. Yeah. And learn. Think of his feats. I can see why he's a good opponent for Aang now. Though Aang still got some power to him too. Who even in forms of earthbending. However, there is limits. Its power. While Aang can use airbending like easy, yeah, as long as there's air around him, which is like everywhere. Or actually, not to mention the ground below. I guess the only real element that air can really counter is Earth by turning into a metal structure. However, water, fire, and air will be a challenge. And those are still good combinations to take Aang down. Now, we mind to everybody, Aang is not a bloodbender or a metalbender. That was quite limited, and only his friends learned that trait. However, Aang still got plenty of power, so I want to say respect for Edward, but I'm more familiar with Aang, so sorry, gotta go with the Avatar for this one. Although, Edward, if I recall correctly, did pull up some surprises, his defeating some opponents, like even those stronger than himself. And his durability is quite impressive as well, so yeah, he might surprise me. But for right now,
It's time for a death battle!
nice. Don't need that right now. Momo. Cute.
Sorry, Momo. You're just too little.
Little! Who are you calling a pipsqueak, you stupid hairless kid?
Nobody?
Oh boy. Sure. Oh my. Like, well, they got the temper right. Watching. Appa? Oh, is he missing again? Nice.
You know, there are actually a lot of advantages to being short. Like, you'll never hit your head on door frames, and,
I'm still growing!
now I gotcha. Ah! Oh no! I'm sorry!
A classic misdirection.
Oh, that's
That's advantage Elric! Ha! Damn it!
can't be. Sounds like that.
How's this for small?
I was saying.
What kind of alchemy is that?
Airbending. Shooting, firebending, waterbending, and earthbending. Which is
Okay, no more clappy magic. Uh-oh.
yeah, I don't know.
No, my cabbages!
Oh man, that guy again.
Won't lose you again.
Oh boy.
There you are!
Oh, he's using his circle now?
Nice try, Shorty! Can't believe that worked.
And he loses to.
And snap.
Yeah, we're good luck surviving that.
At least I'm taller than you.
Okay,
You left me no choice.
that's a good line.
KO! Looks like Ed didn't have a leg to stand on. Or arm, I guess.
Ed may have been more quick-witted
So he
and
didn't try to use his
inventive,
leg
and he
and
certainly
make him
had more
arm.
combat experience. But Aang's bending abilities were far more versatile and readily available than combat alchemy.
Yeah, it had cool stuff like cannons and gun trumpets, but Aang was fast enough to react to lightning, which is way faster than dodging a measly bullet.
Recall how Ed
Very
survived
true.
an explosion
Even
and
the
destroyed
miniguns
most
that
of a 10-story
compared to a
building.
lightning bolt.
By examining the size of the building and thus the volume of the conical explosion, this blast must have equaled about 30 kilotons of TNT.
That's
Impressive.
cool, but Aang did way more when he carved up a circle around that city in Avatar State.
The force to blast
Exactly.
such a huge ravine around the city of Yu Dao was a massive undertaking. By measuring the width, length, and depth of the affected area compared to the size of the city, we found it would take almost 160
I
kilotons
figured the
of
city
TNT
part
to
would
pull
come
that off.
into
More than
conclusion.
5 times greater than Ed's best durability feat. So Aang definitely had the stuff to crush Ed's automail arm and the rest of him.
Granted, Ed could reach this sort of power by sacrificing his life force. Remember Kimberly's explosion, the one empowered by a Philosopher's Stone, a blast worth 157 kilotons of TNT? That's almost identical to Aang's feat, and theoretically, Ed could have been capable of this level of power. Theoretically. However, a Philosopher's Stone uses many souls, while Ed could only draw from his one. Not to mention, drawing from his
True.
own life force meant his power-up had a very short and dangerous duration limit compared to the Avatar state, which has no such limit. But even so, Ed's tactics and
Also
creativity
very
kept
true.
him in the fight, yet the Avatar's speed, power, and versatility was too much for him. Aang may be a pacifist in canon and would hardly kill anyone, but unleashing his full power is a sight to behold.
Just when Ed thought he had the hang of it, he alchemist the mark.
The winner
Oh,
is
that was
Avatar
bad.
Aang.
Like,
Thanks for watching this episode of Death Battle. If you want the battle...
really? Right on the credits? No, still a good battle. Oh, like, holy wow. Nothing like that series, but definitely a good close. Wow. Okay, hurry up and be done. And give me back on the credits. Where's the next for that? I want to see what's next.
Thanks for watching this episode of Death Battle. If you want the battle music for yourself, you can get it by clicking the link down below.
And if you'd like to see some more battle and death, make sure to click the link over there.
Alright, who's next?
That's right.
Ghost Rider? And Lobo? Another Marvel vs. Capcom? Marvel vs. this DC thing? Seriously? Said the game first. My bad. Still. There's an odd pairing. Have you ever seen one? I mean, Lobo's an alien, and that's capable of fighting Superman. And equally, and Ghost Rider say, man turned into a being of judgment. And well, this will be a weird one. But still, this is a great battle. Oh, it was short. Or, well, shorter than, well, that's short, but it's short most previous battles, but yeah, this is great. The characters were true to themselves. Also, then, hey, it was pretty awesome. So, for any Full Metal Alchemist fans, apologies on the results, but is this facts? Good to be right. Hit again in this one. Anyway, I say good battle. Oh, if y'all enjoyed the video, do like and share if you have. Remember to give credits to the original makers of this video. Well, and I'll see you all next time. And with that said, keep on gaming, gamers. Peace out till next time. See ya. Good day. And speaking of impressive, it'll be impressive if I can make it to work on time. Oh boy.